Hey, so, what's up? Sorry I have not been on here in a while. I've just been figuring things out. I've been trying to figure out what I've been trying to do before finding another job, which I do have one now. I start tomorrow, orientation, which honestly I'm kind of glad because there was nothing much to do when on a 2-month break from getting a job. But aside from that, I've just been voice acting. I haven't really gotten any roles recently, but I'm not going to give up. I'm never going to give up. But I've also been doing different things as well. I've been revisiting my old script for an indie project I've been wanting to do, World Jumpers and The Fam. And I will explain the concept of these right now. So, the World Jumpers was a concept that I've had for a long while. Originally, World Jumpers was basically my OCs and other characters from other media that I like. And they started out as fan fiction, and now I want to bring it to life and see how it goes. And I've just been seeing a lot of other indie creators coming out of the woodwork showing their stories and their characters, and that inspired me. Mainly a lot of black indie creators, and there's a lot of good indie pilots out there and some indie trailers that has so much going for it that I'm really excited. For instance, the 3 tomes, Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. There's Wheels and Rose, Atlas and the Star, The Ebony Witch, Hey, Tour Galaxy's End, Scully. There are so much more, and I'm going to be watching a lot of these too. Oh, and I can't forget Captain Zero, Into the Abyss. I saw the part 1 just not too long ago. I'm going to see part 2. But World Jumpers, the whole concept is basically traveling to different planets and worlds and galaxies and meeting these interesting characters with our main cast. And the main cast is Jade, Lee, and Ken. These unlikely trio are, well, basically, they're outcasts in a way. You could say they're second-rate adventurers, with Lee starting out as this captain, and he's not really doing a good job, and his first mate is Ken, who is apathetic at best and aloof and uncaring at worst, but she has her own bit of baggage. And then there's Jade, our main protagonist, and who we follow on this series as she grows from a rather meek but brash girl into a badass inventor, and we get to see a lot of that growth. Now, originally, when I was thinking this up, Lee was going to be the main character of World Jumpers, because I was going for that, and I still am going for that shonen inspiration, where Lee is inspired by Son Goku and Luffy. But then, as I started writing more and more, and when I was getting a lot of these commissions from Clothany, who was a friend of mine, and they showed me what Jade looked like for the first time, I was blown away by it. I really love the black features, how nerdy she is, and that's what I was going for Jade. And I realized that we need somebody that we need to identify with when it comes to Jade, because she's a newcomer. We're following in our POV. So I figured, why not have Jade be the main character? And I think that works. And over time, Jade is my favorite because she is just... Jade was originally me, admittedly enough, but I was just like, I'm gonna stray her far away. Though she still have a little bit of inspiration from mine, like how she's autistic, she's LGBT, and she has a lot of different interests, and there are times where she refuses to look at people when they're talking, and that is an autistic trait that I hope I can get right, you know? Another thing is the theme of World Jumpers is that while the sense of adventure is fun, it's mainly just a way to escape the mundane and the hardships they endure on Earth, because there's a lot of hardship within these characters, even Lee, because there's more to him than just being a Goku and Luffy clone, and that's something that I won't spoil. And then there's Jade, which is somebody who has a lot of baggage as well, and one of the reasons why she goes on this adventure because she wants to be taken seriously. She wants her inventions to be taken seriously, and she likes to escape the mundane and wants to be not seen as an outcast, like how she was back on Earth. You know, kind of like Luce from the Owl House. And yes, the Owl House is an inspiration. It is one of the many inspirations I have on World Jumpers. And there's Ken. I won't spoil a lot because there's a lot with Ken. I won't even say anything about her. Now, for inspirations, the inspirations for World Jumpers is how, like, adventurers are, like, outlawed in a way. And they're seen as, like, a bunch of common criminals. Like Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio is one of the inspirations for the World Jumpers because of that anti-establishment and how they're expressing their freedom. Another one in sense of adventure is Dragon Ball and One Piece. Mainly the fight scenes is Dragon Ball inspired. And another one is Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop has this jazz feel to it, and it sometimes is episodic. There's a lot that has a lot of stories into it, and that's what I'm going for with Cowboy Bebop, and along how the crew grows. And my end goal for World Jumpers is I don't want it to go that long. I may even consider maybe it won't be an indie series, maybe just a set of shorts. I'm still deciding, but I'm still writing the script for the pilot. And I'm also working on another as well, as I just said, The Fam. Sorry guys, allergies. But The Fam takes place in the same universe as World Jumpers, and it takes place on Earth, Pennsylvania, to be exact. And it's about this family, this 3 siblings and their demonic cousin, who are just going through everyday life, trying to make ends meet, trying to find a way to get work, or something simple like saving the local rental store. And yes, rental stores are still a thing in my world. A lot of the things that have from the 90s and the 2000s that are now gone are still prevalent in this world. It's timeless. It takes inspiration from the 90s, 2000s, to 2020s, even 2010s. 2010s. But there is a lot with The Fam. It's mainly episodic again, but there are some elements that I will show that have emotions into it, like how there has been like a tragedy in the family and they're struggling. Like Glenn, he thinks he's the breadwinner. He's somebody who's narcissistic, who is full of himself, but he has heart. And his sister, Jill, who is the actual breadwinner, wants to loosen up a little bit, but she can't because she feels like she has to be the one to fix everything. And then there's Cliff, who is the big, gentle soul of the family, but he has his own sets of dilemmas that he can't bring out because he doesn't want to worry his family. And then there's Stella, their demonic cousin on their dad's side, and she wants to prove herself to them and want to be part of the family. So she tries hard, a little too hard, but her heart is in the right place. So what I'm trying to do is trying to do two things, not trying to do two things at once. I'm trying to write some stories with them. I've already made something, but I may go back and do it like I did with World Jumpers, because I'm still trying to figure out what the story I'm trying to go for like the pilot for the fam. Something that's zany but also realistic but also not. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's kind of all that I have for now. But be sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification if you want more videos like this. Also, be sure to support a lot of Black indie creators who are trying to get their work out there. There are a lot that you can follow, and they are trying to make their stories known, and it'd be good for you to help them out, please. Anyways, catch you later, guys.